Welcome, fellow action figure collectors, to another episode of Beyond the Cardback. I'm Trooper TK314, and today we're taking a look at the Thanos. That's right, guys. Today we're taking a look at the Walmart exclusive Thanos and the new Infinity Gauntlet Thanos. But if this is your first time on my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future uploads. And with that being said, first up is the Walmart exclusive Thanos. You can see that beautiful artwork. It's on both side panels. On the back, there's a short bio that reads,
"Armed for war, Thanos wields the Infinity Gauntlet and plots to take over the galaxy."
Here he is out of the box, guys, and he looks great. The head sculpt is pretty good. I don't have that many paint defects. He does come with an alternate head and an alternate hand. The only issue I'm having is the gauntlet arm completely comes out of the socket. Every time I try to move it or position it, it just falls out. Here's a closer look at that head sculpt, and you can see it looks really, really good. It's highly detailed. I like the skin, the indentions. I do have just a couple of paint defects, but nothing too bad. With that being said, his articulation, he is able to look up and look down just a little bit, and he is able to rotate his head 360. But with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and pop this head off and show you that the top armor part just slots in to the top with those two little holes, so it constantly kind of floats a little bit. I mean, it does sit, but it does come off. And for articulation reasons, I'm going to go ahead and take it off just to show you. Here is the gauntlet arm, and there goes the gauntlet arm. But yeah, as you can see, I have issues with that gauntlet arm. It does rotate 360. I am able to get it out this far. When it comes to the bicep swivel, it takes the whole arm with it. So that's the only issue I'm having, is that the arm just comes off. So we'll take a look at that in just a second. So looking at articulation, his arms do rotate 360. They come out to about right there. And because he is a little bit of a chunkier figure and the gauntlet is getting in the way, his arm only bends that far. But his hands are on a hinge. They do hinge up and hinge down. They also rotate 360. Looking at his torso, he does have an ab crunch. It crunches this far forward and that far back. And I do have some wobbly right there in the thighs right there. But he does have a 360 rotation in the waist, but because of his belt right here, you're not going to get hardly any articulation whatsoever with that. And also with the belt, that's as far of the legs open, and this is as far as they kick out. So not a whole heck of a lot, but he does have a thigh swivel. He does have double hinge knees, but that's as far as we're going to go. The boots do have a cut at the top, so they rotate 360. They hinge down, they hinge up, and there's a forward facing pin for rocker. Getting a closer look at his gauntlet hand, it does look nice. The paint effects look really good with the infinity gems. You can take this hand out. Since it came with an alternate one, it comes with an alternate gauntlet. You just slide on, and then here is your alternate hand. Just pops in, and there you go. Looks great. This Thanos does come with an alternate head, and it looks fantastic. I think I may just put the smiling head on him. He looks really, really cool. Next up is the Infinity Gauntlet Thanos. You can see that wonderful artwork on the side there. There's some good artwork on the back with Mistress Death. There's a short bio that reads,
"The Mad Titan Thanos seizes control of the hollowed Infinity Gauntlet and wields near omnipotent power. Who can stop this vicious new overlord?"
Here he is out of the package, and I have to say he is a huge improvement over the Walmart exclusive Thanos. That face sculpt is beautiful. The articulation is a whole heck of a lot better. He comes with an alternate head sculpt and two alternate Infinity Gauntlets. Here's a closer look at that face sculpt, and you can see it looks fantastic. The detail, I like the little smirk while he's smiling. I don't have that many paint defects. The eyes look really good. With that being said, he is able to look up. He does not look down very well, but he does have something the other one doesn't, a little bit of tilt from side to side. And of course, you can rotate the head 360. The difference with this one is this chest piece is actually glued down so it doesn't float or get out of the way, and you can actually see his pectoral muscles in it. It sits just a little bit better. but that does hinder just a little bit the articulation. You are able to rotate 360. The arms go out this far, and the weird thing about this is the bicep swivel actually is independent. You can actually swivel the bicep, it's around by itself. But if you hold right here, you do get a good bicep swivel. And then looking at his elbows, once again, it's a chunkier figure. That's as much bend as you're going to get. Moving on down, his hands do hinge down, hinge up, and rotate 360. Then looking at his torso, just like the other one, he does have an ab crunch, so he's able to crunch forward this much, and he does crunch back a whole heck of a lot. Look at that. That's really good. Another improvement on this one is the belt is of softer plastic, so you can get 360 rotation. And I don't know if you can see this or not. I'm going to hinge him back, but there's a little tab in there that actually sits inside of his torso to keep the belt in place. I don't know if the camera picked that up or not. The only thing is the legs are still hindered by it, so you're only able to go out this far. He's only able to kick out this far. He does have a thigh rotation of 360. He does have double hinge knees. They're just a little hard, but that's a little bit better articulation. Another difference from the other one is there is no rotation at the top of the boot, but he is able to hinge up, hinge down, and there's a forward facing pin for rocker. Accessory wise, he does come with this alternate King Thanos head, and it looks really good. I like the weathering on the beard. I don't know much about this character. I haven't read these comics yet, but it still looks really, really good. He also comes with two alternate gauntlet hands. One of them is open, which is really cool, and the other one, which is my favorite, is the actual snapping hand. I think that looks really, really cool. I also wanted to mention these backdrops. This came out of the Infinity Gauntlet Thanos. They look really good, so if anybody's doing some action figure photography, make sure that you hang on to your backdrops. And this one came out of the Walmart exclusive, so that's actually really pretty. So yeah, just make sure sometimes if you see a good backdrop, you hold on to it. Just for fun, here's a size comparison between the two Thanos. As you can see, the Walmart exclusive Thanos is just a little bit smaller than the new Thanos we've received. The feet are smaller on it, and the muscles are not quite as big. But I hope you guys enjoyed this review. If you did, please like, subscribe, comment. Make sure you follow me on Instagram at Beyond the Force. There's a link in the description below. As always, I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and may the Force be with you.